Hi, this is Baird with a video about entering accounts, contacts, and contributions in Watergrass. The data structure in Watergrass is really simple. There are accounts, like businesses or nonprofits, and there are contacts, people. And an important thing to remember in Watergrass is that every contact must have an account. So that if there were an individual person, say me, and you wanted to enter me in Watergrass, you'd need to create a Baird-Strachan family or Baird-Strachan household and then create a Baird-Strachan contact. And that's clunky. I admit it up front, but it turns out to be the most reliable structure and one that a lot of consultants are concluding is really the way to go, despite the fact that it is a little clunky. In Watergrass, there's also a primary contact for each account, and that's important to know when you get into using campaigns or doing mailings to accounts. And I'll go into that in another video. So let's give this a try. Let's create an account and a contact, and I think you'll see it's not quite as bad as it sounds. Let's create, here I am on the Accounts tab, let's create a new account. Let's make that account. We could make it any one of these particular things. Let's take the case that I just mentioned to you, which is one that'll pop up often, where you've got an individual, and we're going to create a family to put that individual in. So let's create one for me. That's Baird-Strachan family. And let's add a phone. And an address. All right, and that's really all we need to enter here. We have obviously a whole set of other options. We can add a description. We could specify if, for instance, when you wrote me letters, you didn't call me Baird, but you called me B, then you could say Dear B and add that there. If you don't add that there, the default is Baird. We can leave the shipping street blank if it's not different from the billing street, and that will copy over automatically. We can put in a description, and if this particular family didn't want phone solicitations, then we could add that, and we save it. So you'll see here we've got the billing address. That is where you'd mail, for instance, your appeal letters. And here's the shipping address in case the billing address were like a post office box and the shipping address were a physical place. So let's add a contact now. We've got the Baird-Strachan family, and we add a new contact. Name's Baird-Strachan. And you can see it already knows that this is connected to the Baird-Strachan family, and I could add the title, I could add my email there. You can see that the phone already copied over from the account, so that saved us a little bit of time, and the mailing address also copied over from the account. And I could go down. If I had a secondary address, I could add that in here too. Then if, like, once again, I can specify if any restrictions on contacting me, put in a description. And as an individual, as the contact, I might be particularly interested in one particular volunteer area, which would be important to know. So that's all there is to creating an account and a contact. Okay. So let's think about moving on to a contribution. Each contribution is linked to an account and obviously to a contact, and also to a campaign. And the campaign might be your year-end appeal mailing. And by linking all your contributions to your campaigns, then you can look at your campaigns and see how the campaign's doing, how many mailings you sent out, how many people responded, what their average gift was, etc. So let's give that a try. We're already looking at the Baird Strawn contact. Let's scroll down and we can see, oops, look, new contribution. Okay, it says time or money because in Watergrass you log donations of volunteer hours the same way you log donations of dollars. And you can see here the different kinds of donations that you can log. Donation, you might get a challenge donation, a grant, major donation, memberships, a payment for a good or service, for instance, a workshop or a t-shirt. Okay. Volunteer task. Let's log a membership, which is essentially just like a donation but with a couple extra fields. Okay. So in order, let's say that this Baird Strawn fellow paid for his membership. And so the account then, that's the Baird Strawn family, we remember that. Okay. And the donation amount's $50. He gave it today. And this is critical. The donation's been received. You have to add a stage. So it could be that I'd promised to pay it, and it's still unpaid. The donation had been received, or you might have already mailed the thank you. And in this particular case, since it's a membership, I've got a membership start date, and I could start that today, and you can see the end date is set for a year from today. And it's asking us still for a contribution name. I like contribution names that are long and descriptive, so that if you ever lost all the other data, from the contribution name you'd still know what that contribution was. So but people don't like typing in long descriptive names, so I've created a little formula that will kick in if you type autofill here. Then it will create the contribution name from the primary contributor name and the campaign source. The campaign source in this case, we're going to use mailing. That's a campaign I've set up. And the close date. Okay. So let's save it. And you'll see there's our contribution name, Baird Strawn, mailing, 2010-01-13. We can format this as we wish. It's a membership. It's linked to the account, linked to the primary contributor, and it's linked to my campaign so that I can check how my campaign's doing. And that's all you need to know right off the bat about entering contributions. Say you had a string of different contributions that had come in today and they were all as a result of the mailing. The easiest way to enter those quickly would be to say, all right, now we're going to clone. So here we have another contribution with all the fields filled in exactly the same way. But perhaps this one is from a different account. So I just changed the account, and I'd change the primary contributor. Let's have a look at our accounts here. Okay, in order to search for them, or to see all of them, I'm going to make this blank. Let's say the Bob Smith family. Give us some money. I'm assuming that his name is Bob Smith. And so now I've just changed those two fields. And I've got Bob Smith mailing, $50. And if I had yet more, I'd type clone again and do that again. That's all. See you in the next video.